Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast Reading the Author, a unique show where we read authors' mind and not their book. Meanwhile, I truly believe and pray that you and your families are completely safe and healthy as well. Guys, today we have Mandakini Tomar ma'am with us, and she's the author of When the Universe Gives You a Kick and Beyond the Traps, a journey to enlightened living. Thank you so much, ma'am, for coming on our show. I'm truly grateful कि आप हमारे शो पर आए.
Hello, Gaurav, and thank you for having me. It feels wonderful to be back after 3 years, and a lot has changed after my first book, and so much I have learned along this process. So I'm excited to share my new book with the audience today.
Definitely, ma'am. In fact, to all the listeners who don't know, like when we started back in 2021, I guess, then
Yes,
we had featured ma'am, like she has chosen us at that time. We're at the very initial stage when we just, I guess, had around 10 to 12 people featured in our podcast. So at that time, the first book was something that we were talking about. So in this
yes.
podcast, we'll be talking about your latest book, ma'am. But like before we proceed in the podcast and know much more about your
Mhm.
book, about your upcoming plans and all, I would request you to please introduce yourself so that our new listeners can know much more about you, and do let us know like how you started this writing journey.
Okay, so my name is Mandakini, and I started writing 4 years back. And my first book was When the Universe Gives You a Kick, How to Rise and Shine.
Hmm.
So I think being an author has been my calling. It is something that I'm gifted with, and destiny actually drove me towards becoming an author.
Hmm.
And today it is something who I am. I'm identified as an author, and I embrace it very gratefully.
Okay.
And I'm also very spiritual, and I'm a spiritual seeker, and I want to help people. I feel deeply. If I talk about myself, I feel every emotion very deeply about whether it's friendship, love, or anything. So that helps me in writing. And my genre is non-fiction, and I want to inspire people through my words.
Hmm.
So when I wrote When the Universe Gives You a Kick, How to Rise and Shine, it was my first book,
Hmm.
like your first child.
Hmm.
So it's always going to be special for me. It has given a lot to me. I got to meet a lot of new people, like-minded individuals. I got connected with a wider audience, and it helped me showcase my talent, and I discovered along the way that this is my passion, and this is something which gives me a lot of contentment. And then it was a journey. I started doing collaborations, I started doing workshops and being guest in colleges or schools. And I also got awarded as Emerging Literary Personality of the Year in 2022.
Wow.
And it was so special for me. And then, of course, my first book has its own journey, and it is displayed in Delhi World Book Fair. Then it was also displayed in Frankfurt Book Fair. And it has given a lot of recognition to me, and something which really gives me a lot of I would say contentment, that I can reach out to a lot of people through my work, and I can inspire people through my words or through my presence when I speak about my book. And then after, I think, 3 years now, my new book has come. But very few people know that the few chapters in this book were actually written just after I finished my first book. I wanted to start writing just after my first book. So I finished a few chapters, 3, 4 chapters. And then I think I got busy with my life, but there was this calling, when I think universe wants to get this book into existence. I had this hunch and I had this intuition that now is the time to take on this project. And then the thoughts started flowing automatically. And this book came after 3 years. So Beyond the Traps is my new book.
Okay, definitely. What I personally feel, ma'am, that when it comes to creativity, you just can't chase it. It comes to you naturally. It chooses you. So when it comes to this book also, few chapters were written back in 2020 only. But when it comes to completion, it is 2025. The book released in 2024. I guess late December it was released, right?
Exactly, yes.
So, okay.
So I used to feel very anxious that why am I not able to write? Why is this not coming up? But then it had to come. The time it had chosen to come into existence. So it's all divine grace.
True. So, ma'am, like after listening to this podcast, many people will just love to explore your book because the title also, it's very catchy, by the way, Beyond the Traps. So, talking from a perspective of the new readers, what they can expect from this book, can you share some insights with us?
Yes, I think this book is for all the people who are stuck in some situation, or maybe with people, they get trapped. So beyond the traps, they feel stuck in life or they're overwhelmed. Sometimes people and situation can create traps for you that you feel that these are impossible to escape, that I can't overcome these traps, or I can't overcome any failure in my life. So people can try to confine us through their opinions or actions or judgment, a lot of toxicity. So then you want to move beyond these traps. And for that, awareness has to be there. And then who guides you to go beyond these traps? I think it's your wisdom. So I call this a wisdom book. So wisdom can only help you identify the traps that you're stuck in. Why are you stuck in these traps? And if you are stuck in some situation, how to transcend these traps and move beyond these obstacles and find the new you and reach the true you. Because you will ultimately reach your destiny. Your destiny is nothing but when you explore your fullest potential. So you have to find these traps in your life which are holding you back. So some are your universal truths which we actually ignore. So when you read this book, you can understand, oh yes, even I have made this mistake, or I might make this mistake. So you have to be aware enough. So when you identify these traps, you can move beyond these traps to find more joy, freedom, and more abundance in life. So as I say that there's a new life waiting for you when you move beyond these traps. So don't keep yourself stuck in some situation or with people. For your growth, it is necessary to transcend these traps.
That's true. So, ma'am, like when it comes to talking about a book from the author loves the whole book because that person has written the book definitely. But when it comes to talking something very specific, क्योंकि आपका कोई favorite chapter or something real incident in that, anything like that, any favorite chapter of yours in this particular book?
Yeah, actually there are 20 traps enlisted in this book, जो काफी interesting है कि जो हम लोग face करते हैं कि trap of not learning from mistakes, or maybe trap of ignoring your health, or undervaluing your potential, or trap of trusting people too easily. It can also be a trap. So these are a few traps that I've enlisted in my book. And the last few chapters, I think, have really come up during last year, I think, to me, when I observed a lot. So the last part is really special to me. And if I could pinpoint one trap, which is the chapter that I wrote, is the trap of losing yourself or your identity in societal pressures or relationships. So that is one of my favorite chapters. I call it the trap of diluting your identity. So I think often people lose their sense of direction or their perspective and focus when they confront with negativity in life or societal pressures. So we should not give up in front of societal pressures. We should know who we are and retain our identity. And you have to be very vigilant enough to not let your energy be misdirected, and every effort should be made to retain your identity, because it could really take a toll on you, whether it's emotional, physical, or in any which way. So it's like a butterfly in a jar, as I say in this book. So you can imagine a butterfly which is trapped inside a jar. At first it flutters around beautifully and very vibrant, but over time it starts to adapt to the confines of the jar, which are altering its movement to fit in that limited space. You don't have to fit in a space. So that is not her true nature. The butterfly's nature is to actually fly and soar. So initially it may try to spread its wing fully, but as it encounters the wall repeatedly, I think it learns to minimize its movement. So you should not minimize the movement, and don't be a butterfly in a jar. You're not meant for that jar. There's a whole world out there for you. So just fly.
Definitely.
So that is one trap which people actually fall into. So overcome that trap and know the value of freedom and embrace your true self. It requires a lot of courage. So be courageous in life and embrace freedom.
Definitely this book gonna help to everyone who's gonna read this, because what I personally feel that when it comes to being trapped in a particular situation, or let's say getting molded by the circumstances, it happens really slowly that we don't even get to recognize that what exactly we are changing or where we are exactly going in life. And when it comes to reading the like these kinds of stories, we eventually realize, okay, I was this and this is what I have become, and I don't want to be here. So definitely that reflection, that showing mirror to oneself is definitely important. And probably,
Yes.
in fact, it can be in my case, it can be in your case as well, that okay, we think we are doing really better in our life, but when it comes to reading that particular book this book, then only we gonna realize कि okay, नहीं, ऐसा नहीं था, हमने कुछ और सोचा था, and due to circumstances, due to daily pressure, and due to that tag what society wanna say, we are this and we need to change.
Correct. So it needs a lot of courage and awareness. You have
exactly
to
the
identify.
awareness. Yeah. Okay. So
then
any
you'll
of
be able to come out of this.
So any of the stories from real life, ma'am, like are they all fictional or something like that, or they are inspired from real life incidents too?
This is a non-fiction book, so most of the part is actually universal truths, but are also influenced by my real experiences, both mine and those that I've observed in my surroundings, or what I've observed in people. I observe a lot. I'm a very curious soul. I'm very curious about things, their behavior, what are the traits like, how they are behaving. So I observe a lot, and as I said, I'm a very deep person. I feel emotions very deeply. So these all things, I think they add layers of the depth to my writing. So I think it's a blend of both lived experiences and universal truths, so making it more relatable to the readers.
Okay.
Because I might have also made mistakes, or I might have also felt stuck in life somewhere or the other. So it's drawn from my experiences also, and some universal truths and some insights that I get by reading or observing. So it's a mix of both.
Okay. So, ma'am, like, after listening to this podcast, like we have talked about the perspective of a new reader. Now, when it comes to the person who have already read your book and is listening to this podcast, what they can expect from you as of now? Like, are you thinking to write something in the other genres, or you want to stick to these only? Or basically what's in the pipeline as of now?
Right now I'm more in a contemplative state, a more relaxed state. I would want to take some breaks so that I can observe things, and then I will start, I think, working on my next project, because I've just finished with this and it takes a lot to write a book. So I am also exploring and just living my life to the fullest. And let's see what comes, what strikes me and what interests me. But anything in non-fiction and spiritual genre only, because I write, these are my, I think, plus point. So anything related to that.
Okay. So let's say, ma'am, there's a person who have read your first book, now read your second book. After a couple of years, if he sees there's a new release by Mandakini Tomar, ma'am, then what sort of experience you want to have that particular person in mind? Like instantly, क्योंकि ठीक है, मंदाकिनी मैम की बुक है, ये पढ़ने को मिलेगा, या फिर ऐसी होगी. Ever thought about this from a personal branding thing?
Personal brand, अगर मैं अपनी खुद की बात करूँ तो I think I should be known for a person who has a lot of strength, courage, resilience, and a wise person. I would want to be known as a wise person. So if somebody reads my book, they should know that it is coming from a very authentic place, that I have poured in something from my heart and soul. It's not that I've written something for the sake of writing. So they should know me for someone who writes with honesty and insight. So Mandakini Tomar on the name on a book or the photo on a book cover is a symbol of empowerment and courage. That if I can do it, if I could overcome obstacles, if I could overcome some failure in life and could rise again and again, so can you. So whether through my writing or maybe through my speaking engagements or conversation, I strive to be a voice that uplifts, enlightens, and reminds people of their power and beauty, so that they realize that they have to step into the true power. If I could do it, and if my words can inspire you, it's the best thing out there. And be a very graceful and a very elegant soul. So I say that if people see me through my presence, they should know me that elegance is just not about the way you look. Of course, it's about look, you have to be well groomed, but it's also the way you carry yourself through life's highs and lows, with smile, with kindness, with wisdom, and an unwavering spirit. So you should have a very strong human spirit. So I think my brand is mostly should reflect a woman of courage, elegance, strength, and a nurturer. So I want the girls to get inspired from it.
Okay. So, ma'am, when it comes to writing, what was your writing schedule? Like every day you devote some particular hours to writing, or it's like random? Someday you get some thoughts, you just jot it down on your phone, on your diary, and then you elaborate. How does it goes with you?
When it comes to writing, I don't really follow a very strict schedule. For me, writing is deeply immersive and a very intuitive process. So, yes, I do decide that now it's the time to start working on this project, and so I start that project. And you do have to meet deadlines sometimes, so you have to be very disciplined. So I write when inspiration comes and it strikes, and my thoughts and emotions, they come together, then I write. And writing time is mostly, I think I prefer to write during the evening when there's quietness around and I'm centered. So I make my own space, I have my own sanctuary, a very organized place, and there's less of disturbance, and I listen to soft music and just enjoy the sounds of nature when I'm very centered and very in a very calm state of mind. So that's when I prefer to write. When I feel connected to myself and to my emotions, and my mind is actually open and heart is aligned. So that's when I write. So it's whenever I write a book, it's straight coming from my heart and soul. So I usually don't follow a strict schedule, but yes, when it comes to meeting deadlines, I mostly prefer writing in evenings.
Okay.
Quiet and serene.
Okay. So, ma'am, it's your second book. So
Yes.
you have gone through the whole process the second time. So how things have been changed in this past around 3-4 years? Like, is there any couple of things would you like to mention to new people to avoid, because you have learned from your first time में जो experience होता है उससे आपने कुछ सीखे, second time में कुछ और implement किया होगा. So any couple of things which you want to share to avoid new authors जो भी आ रहे हैं इंडस्ट्री में, कि ये गलती तो मत करना है एटलीस्ट.
नहीं, मुझे लगता है मैंने जो किया, मैं अपना बेस्ट जो दे सकती थी वो मैंने किया है. आई ऑलवेज ट्राई टू गिव माय बेस्ट. प्रमोशन आई थिंक बहुत जरूरी है आजकल. You really have to go out there and promote your book, that you have created something, but if it is not reaching the right audience, it does not serve the purpose. Sometimes actually होता है कि universe send signs और आप लोगों से connect हो जाते हैं automatically. जैसे last मेरा experience हुआ when one of the reader from UK, she is Tesney, and we got connected on a social media platform, and just we were sharing about our work, and she asked me about my book, so we got connected and she bought my book in UK. तो होता है कि रीडर्स कभी कभी अपने आप सिलेक्ट करते हैं, बुक सिलेक्ट करती है अपने रीडर्स, बट ऑफ कोर्स टू रीच अ वाइडर ऑडियंस प्रमोशन करना बहुत जरूरी है. तो मुझे लगता है मैंने अपनी फर्स्ट बुक में इनिशियली बहुत प्रमोट किया, थोड़ा मैंने उसको बाद में थोड़ा प्रमोट करना कम कर दिया. सिंस मुझे लगता है वो एक इटर्नल बुक है जिसमें लिखा है वो भी एक यूनिवर्सल ट्रूथ्स. तो कीप ऑन प्रमोटिंग योर वर्क, कीप ऑन एक्सप्लोरिंग मोर एंड मोर हाउ यू कैन maybe connect your other talents with your book. जैसे कि मैं फिर जब उस बुक से आई स्टार्टेड डूइंग वर्कशॉप, उसको एक अपना बेस बना के, तो मुझे लगता है मुझे उसको और थोड़ा कंटिन्यू करना चाहिए था उस पे. इट्स बहुत ब्यूटीफुल बुक है वो आज भी. और जब मैंने वो स्टार्ट किया था तब स्पिरिचुअलिटी को बड़ा ऐसे लिया जाता था कि शी इज वेरी यंग एंड टॉकिंग अबाउट स्पिरिचुअल थिंग्स. और अगर अभी आप इंस्टाग्राम देखेंगे तो एवरीबडी इज आउट देयर
बिल्कुल
प्रमोटिंग स्पिरिचुअलिटी ना. एवरी अदर पर्सन यू सी, कोई एस्ट्रोलॉजर है, कोई टैरो कार्ड रीडर है. तो अब ज्यादा एक्सेप्टेंस है लोगों के लिए. जब मैंने उस टाइम किया था तो बहुत इनिशियल स्टेज पे मुझे लगता है इतना इंस्टाग्राम पे लोग इतने वो नहीं करते थे स्पिरिचुअलिटी को, तो मुझसे क्वेश्चन किया जाता था
स्पेशली दैट वो कि अगर आपका मूलांक कितना है.
हाँ, या ये आप रेमेडीज करिए, इस प्लैनेट को ये डिनोट करता है, वर्क ऑन योर माइंड, वर्क ऑन योर मून साइन. तो अब बहुत पॉपुलर हो गया है. उस टाइम पे स्पिरिचुअलिटी को एक थोड़ा सा टैबू की तरह लिया जाता था. यंगर पर्सन इज टॉकिंग अबाउट दैट. तो मुझे लगता है मेरे से यही होता है कि आई एम टू अर्ली फॉर एवरीथिंग. तो
The
ये
first
चीज
mover
मैं उस
advantage.
टाइम हाँ
वो भी मिलता
तो
होगा.
उसको मैं और प्रमोट करती. हाँ, मुझे लगता है उसको मुझे और प्रमोट करना चाहिए था. एज ए ब्रांड मुझे अपने आप को ज्यादा प्रमोट करना चाहिए था.
एग्जैक्टली.
हाँ, हाँ, तो वो I think I should work on that.
बिल्कुल. What I suggest ना
हाँ,
मैम, like it's a kind of book that is for the society and not for the mass appealing people, जो कि when it comes to romance, crime thriller, something like that. It's not like that.
हाँ.
So what I usually also suggest to authors कि when it comes to self help ना, rather than your book, like promote your book 40%, but promote yourself as a brand 60%, because after all it's
Yes,
your thought. So it
of
don't
course.
have to be confined in some sort of paper like इतनी बुक में बस मेरे इतने थॉट थे. आप उसको अपने
हाँ,
प्रोफाइल पे
हाँ.
भी रिफ्लेक्ट करो, ताकि उसके थ्रू भी लोग आपकी बुक खरीदने की, ठीक है इतना तो यहाँ मिल गया, हो सकता है बुक में और भी कुछ हो. So
Correct, हाँ.
it's a kind of that kind of thing कि when it comes to self help, brand promotion is important, but self promotion is also very important in that
Is
case.
also important, हाँ. So that people can know कि हाँ, this person
हाँ,
has some
exactly.
knowledge and is learning, evolving, और हम भी कुछ सीख रहे हैं, इसकी
हाँ,
journey देखी है,
exactly.
और है knowledge इसके पास, which is
बिल्कुल.
poured into this book. And apart from that also she can be approached for a lot of things with regard to spiritual knowledge. So
Exactly.
I think as a brand थोड़ा और अपने आप को promote करना चाहिए, which I am also going to do. I also learn from my mistakes.
हाँ. Definitely, ma'am. So, ma'am, now as it was a second book, so now let's get back to the time when you heard क्योंकि tomorrow your book will be live. Everybody will be able to again buy it, read again, that sales thing is on and everything is going to be back then like जैसे पहले बार हुआ था. So on that particular eve, what was going in your mind? Like were you excited, relaxed? You just marked up some milestones कि these many people know me, मेरी पहली big book आ चुकी है, इतनी sale होनी चाहिए. What was going on your mind at that time?
I think mix of feelings. आप excited भी होते हैं, एक थोड़ी nervousness भी रहती है. Let that person or that child go out in the world.
Just a minute, ma'am. Just a minute, ma'am.
Yeah.
Just a minute. Okay. Ma'am, can you please re-answer this question because we were having some unstable internet connection. So can you just re-answer this question, please?
Yeah.
So sorry.
Can you just repeat the question again?
Sure. Start it. Okay. So ma'am, my next question to this podcast is like, as you have published this second book, so what was the feeling like on that particular eve? What was going on your mind? Like, were you excited, relaxed? You just marked up some milestones कि these many people know me, my book has to be sold out these many copies, because वो पूरा process फिर से हो रहा था. Again that feeling कि कल book live हो जाएगी, everybody will be buying it, everybody will be judging you on the basis of what you have written. So what was going on in your mind?
I think mixed of emotions. Again, excitement भी है, nervousness भी होती है, क्योंकि you are putting a part of yourself out in the world. अगर मैंने कुछ लिखा है, तो it definitely has a part of me in that book. तो उसको इतना vulnerable हो जाना and to release a book, it's very special for me. And at the same time, you are nervous कि अभी what is the fate of this book, क्या होने वाला है. Like you have a child and you nurture it, उसको आप upbringing देते हैं, फिर उसको बोलते हैं now go out in the world. So mixed feelings होती हैं. अगर वो अच्छा करता है child, you feel very proud, और एक protectiveness भी होती है. So I think I've nurtured this, I've poured my emotions in it, and it's very dear and special to me. So I'm quite excited, and I'm sure it's going to do well, and it's a destiny book, so it is going to meet its true destiny. So a lot of excitement, yes.
Okay. So ma'am, probably my last question to this podcast will be like, after listening to this podcast, many people will just love to start writing, or they must be holding their first draft in their laptop, in their diary, in their notebook. So what's your piece of advice for them?
My piece of advice to the readers is that you read a lot. You should read a lot. Read to grow in life, and pick and choose your favorite topics, what actually inspires you, what moves you, and observe the world around you to understand, and reflect on them to find the truth. And whatever you write with authenticity, and the most powerful stories actually come from truth. So be very honest with your craft, with your work, and readers always connect to honesty and truthfulness. They will not connect to fakeness. They can understand. While, as I was talking about, कि आप जो videos बनाएंगे या कुछ करेंगे, तो वो दिखेगा. If you're not authentic, they can actually catch.
Definitely.
कि ये honestly करा गया work या नहीं करा गया. So be very honest with your work and write fearlessly. Don't have any fear and embrace your unique voice. I think every ऑथर हैज अ यूनिक वॉइस. जैसा मैं लिख सकती हूँ वैसा दूसरे की एक टोन नहीं होगी, या जो दूसरा लिख सकता है वैसे मैं नहीं लिख सकती.
बिल्कुल.
तो हर ऑथर की अपनी एक वॉइस है, अपनी एक स्टाइल ऑफ राइटिंग है, अपना एक स्टाइल ऑफ चीज को करने का एक तरीका है. जैसे मेरे बुक कवर्स मैं खुद डिजाइन करती हूँ, मेरे लिए बहुत स्पेशल होते हैं.
इट्स ब्यूटीफुल.
और हर चीज का बड़ा मीनिंग रहता है उसमें, क्योंकि मैं डेप्थ हर चीज में अगर आप उसको ऑब्जर्व करेंगे.
एग्जैक्टली.
तो ऑनेस्ट रहिए एंड एम्ब्रेस योर यूनिक वॉइस. एंड इम्पैक्ट जो आपकी बुक का है वो दैट माइट नॉट बी विजिबल इमीडिएटली, सो डोंट रश इनटू इट. Trust that your story will reach those who need it. And as William Wordsworth has said, that fill your paper with the breathings of your heart. So go out, just rise, shine, and keep evolving.
Okay, great. By the way, whose idea is what, ma'am, to put your photo on the cover?
This was actually my idea.
It's good.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
We had actually 2 covers. Yeah, we actually had 2 covers, and this came at the very end moment. Suddenly, I think my brother gave me this idea that you should have your picture. So I said, no, I have already finalized one cover, and he said, no, don't go for it. This should be on your cover. So I said, why do you want my picture to be on this cover? So he said that your picture should actually attract the reader, so that you look as a symbol of empowerment, you know, so that people can identify that energy that you emanate. And I really believe in energy. And see, when a person enters the room, you can immediately sense the energy. कुछ लोगों से मिलके बड़ी खुशी हो जाती है, कुछ को देख के लगता है कि बस नहीं, you don't want to actually exchange energy. तो I think ये उसी का आइडिया था कि put your picture on this. तो I went for it, but उसका जो ऊपर जो symbols हैं, that was my idea. And सब उस चीज का एक meaning है. जो crescent moon है, उसमें जो eye है enlightening, और जो dot है, तो everything has a meaning. And I have dedicated this book to माँ दुर्गा. I think ये उन्हीं की grace है. I've also written this in my book in the preface, that the last few chapters are divine grace. So this book is dedicated to Goddess Durga and my guru, named Karoli Babaji. And because I've always actually felt a divine presence in my life. Whenever I was going through any difficult time, I was always saved, and I have felt that hand guiding me towards light. So I think this book is, I think, their grace. And so it has a deep meaning for me, and dedicate this to Ma Durga. And what a beautiful coincidence that I'm doing
exactly
this interview. Yeah,
on the first day of Navratri.
First day of Navratri. So see universe again.
Definitely. Yeah. No, because the putting your image on the cover of the book is really a great idea, because when it comes to what I said, when it comes to self-help kind of thing, you need to promote yourself as well. So this is a kind of a great initiative कि ठीक है आपकी यहाँ पे फोटो, and when it comes to your profile, then also people will be able to very easily recognize you. So that is something, it's done really beautifully, and that is definitely a blessing of Babaji and Ma Durga कि किस वे में ले जाना है, and they just guided you to go there. Okay.
बिल्कुल एंड मोमेंट पे सब होता चला गया, एवरीथिंग फेल इनटू प्लेस, और जैसे उसको आना था ब्यूटीफुली वो आया है, और जो कलर्स उसमें रेनबो कलर्स वैसे दिए हैं, सब कुछ एवरीथिंग जस्ट फेल इनटू प्लेस.
Okay, so that's all for today, guys. I hope you must have enjoyed this lovely and inspiring conversation with Mandakini Tomar ma'am. And if you do, then do follow our podcast, Reading the Author, available on all the leading podcast platforms. And don't forget to buy and read the book. आप जस्ट Amazon पे जाएं, वहाँ पे सर्च करें मंदाकिनी तोमर मैम की बुक आ जाएगी. ज़रूर खरीदें, पढ़ें, और अपने चाहने वाले जानने वालों से ज़रूर शेयर करें. Thank you so much, ma'am, for choosing us once again. It was my honor to be able to host it today.
Thank you for having me. It was wonderful connecting with you and talking to you again, and lots of blessings to you. May you also keep shining and evolving.
Thank you so much.